Hello guys, Dante Gaming, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a Minecraft Classic server. Pretty much just like this, using the MCDzienny software. Basically how to make a Minecraft Classic server lava survival. And this is my server, and we'll be also portfolioing this. This includes everything, so I don't have to worry about that at all. And so I'll just shut this down at the moment. This is my server, and we'll create it exactly like it basically. So basically, first of all, you want to open your internet browser, and you'll go to your page, and up here, you will type in mcdzienny.cba.pl. And so this will bring you to their site, and you can also download WOM as well, and I will make a tutorial on how to get that and how to install it, etc. in the next video. But what we're looking at is download MCDzienny version 9.4.2. Actually, yeah, that should be fine. And then you will actually have to update to the 9.5.0.0 because they haven't uploaded their thingy at the moment. Anyway, you just click on that, and it should download, and it will bring up this. I'm not gonna download it since I already have it. But once it's finished, you will need WinRAR. I'll put that in the description below. Turns out I do need it. Must have deleted it. Anyway, so you're just downloading it basically, and then you just drag it to your desktop or whatever. But you will need WinRAR or WinZip or anything like that. Actually, no, you will need WinRAR actually, since it's a .rar file. But they've actually updated this a lot since I actually had it for my other servers that I've had previously in the past, which was a few years ago actually. So open this, and so just ignore this message. You never actually have to pay for WinRAR. You just click close every single time. And so you get all these folders, etc. like I had, except not every single one of them. So don't go into it and then do extract to, etc. Just go here and go extract to, then wherever. I'm just gonna do it to my desktop, but except actually I will be renaming this just MCC server, so Minecraft Classic server. I'll just need to rename that crap. Anyway, go to desktop, extract to desktop, sorry. Once that's finished, close that, and I don't know why these are up, but anyway. So basically, what this will be, what it will be doing is just all we have to do at the moment is just run the MCDzienny lava.exe, or you can run the others apart. But I don't recommend running the others apart from the blue one. That one's. Except the difference between all of these is that, well, there's nothing really different between the MCDzienny lava.exe and MCDzienny.exe, but with just MCDzienny CLI, which is client, kind of short for client sort of thing, and you just go to allow access there. Allow it through firewall. With this one though, MCDzienny CLI.exe, it brings up a if you know what command prompt is, CMD. That's basically what it looks like. It just looks like one of these boxes, and it basically whatever you see in here, basically whatever you see in here, all of this will be in a small black box, which is kind of useless in my opinion. But yeah, basically, close this. Once it's up, it will go 9.4.2.0 blah blah blah, and it will come up with this update. It says a new version of MCDzienny was found. Do you want to update now? Click yes, and it will go to the version 9.5.0.0. I'm gonna just wait for it to reboot. Waiting. Okay, well, I think we can run it now. Yep. Actually, no. It hasn't done its thing yet. I'll just wait. Also, as well, while we're waiting as well, if you have watched my quick scoping video, right? Oh, here we go. If you have watched that video, that would be, if you could, and if you already have, that would be great. If you could watch it. If you already have, then that's super. That is my 10th subscriber special. If you get this error, port is closed. It doesn't matter, just ignore that. If you could watch, that would be great. That's the 10th subscriber special, that one. So yeah, you can go watch that. I'll put that in the description as well. So anyway, so you'll get this, and it's just like no different. 9.5.0.0 now. Latest version. Because we want our server to be lava survival, we will make it just lava survival. But if you want, you can make it freeboot, lava survival, and freeboot. But I'm gonna be doing it on just lava survival at the moment. And now that we've done that, it will come up with these things, and then we'll just want to unload that. But it doesn't matter; it will unload it by itself. Eventually, at least, once you restart the program, etc. Anyway, we can explore this a bit. When you go into chat, this tab just here, sliding just a bit, you can basically talk to everyone and just go hello and change the text color and everything like that, and yeah, do anything pretty much. And that's basically it for the chat, and it will just like say it there. It's basically you're speaking in the console basically. And so in players, it's kind of self-explanatory there. It shows the players, it'll show the properties of the players, how much money they have, which you can also there's a lot of settings and everything in this now than what it was. So with commands, you can go kick, and then you can go take that in the like reason, I think it is, expand, same with that, and just ban. You can select the player, do that, and all that stuff. You can also undo everything for that person. If there's a person in there, click that and go undo all. You can also kill them, mute them, give them a title, do anything. For color, click on them, you go color, and you can pick whatever you want. Say if I wanted mine to be silver, or even teal, maroon, everything like that. And then you can also move them to a map, I think it is. Oh yeah, move them to a map, stuff like that. So for maps, like I was saying about the unloading, you can basically unload. You can also create another map. Let's call this test, and you can put whatever dimensions, except on my server when I was wanting to make a pixel art map. Want to do 1024 by 1024 by 1024 by 1024. I did flat free build, and then I created, but then when I went onto it, it just made up a massive area. Actually, didn't even create the map at all, but I did a 256 by etc. And it's just came up with a massive area. But you can just click on that and go load, and it will load that. Take maybe a few seconds or a minute, not even. And then go to portals, and it will come up with all the properties for it and everything like that. I will just unload that since I don't want it to be loaded. But cube, this will be the map that it will always start. Like it's a default map. If you restart your server, it will automatically go to this map. And by the way, you can also add more maps, which I will also get to. It is very simple. But earlier versions in MCDzienny, it was difficult and there wasn't much tutorials or anything like that. This software isn't overly popular, but I guess it is kind of popular. You can also get lava maps on their forums as well. And so just by clicking on this, you can check the properties. So this is just 64 by 64 by 64. Edgewater false, finite false. You can like kind of explore these settings because I'm not going to really explain any of these settings in this. Instant is pillaring allowed, so that means you can just basically just keep pilling up to like a higher place and build a house or whatever. But you can go explore that and go into depth with yourself. If you need any more help on what they mean, just leave it in the comment section and I'll try my best to help. With lava survival, these are just the maps, and you can't. These are just basically the maps that are actually in lava survival at the moment, and it kind of tells you where the lava block is. Anyway, it will tell you like where the lava block is. So this is on volcano. This map. Oh, actually, let's go on cube. This map. It is on the one cube. The lava block, where it just kind of starts is at the coordinates 39, 62, 39. Phase 1 0, phase 2 0, and the block is AHL. And if you guys don't know what that means, that's active hot lava. And yes, you can make your server into a kind of like a water survival instead by changing that basically to a W instead. Active actually no, ACW. I think it is active cold water. But I will show you how to create maps and all that in the next video. So you can stay tuned for that as well, because I'm pretty sure that people are having trouble with that. So at remote console, remote connection settings, allow remote access. You can just basically label these. This is basically for if you wanted like a bot in your game or something like that. I haven't really explored on this, so I don't know very much about it, but once again, you could go check on the forums and ask around there. And this is basically just a changelog. Says what what they've actually added. So 9.5.0.0 of MCDzienny. Love survival. The features are if there's any error in the command plugin that is compile/compile, the error will be displayed, and yeah, all that kind of stuff. Fixed undo and updater. Basically, when I started my very first server, it was this version, 7.0.1. I'm pretty sure it was. That was a little while ago now, but that's not the point of this video. System log, it just kind of tells you the system log. It can I think show errors and things like that if it's anything like that has happened. And yeah. So with errors as well. This is where it shows the errors, of course, but with system log, that's just that's what really basically happens in the system, which is just this entire box. So basically, we'll go into tools now, and it says the map RAM, and this tool calculates the approximate RAM usage for a map of given dimensions. So if the map was 64 by 64 by 64, which is this map cube, one map requires 0.25 megabytes of RAM. Assuming that you have 1 gigabyte of free RAM, you can have, well, I can at least, 4,096 maps loaded at the same time. And if say if we wanted to be that to say for instance this, as you can see, yeah, I can only have 0.002 maps loaded at the same time with these exact same dimensions, and one map of these requires 524.288 megabytes of RAM. But you can just that basically just tells you so that you don't basically overfill your server with maps that are overly kind of stuffed. But in the properties right here where I just clicked there, this is where basically everything happens. The name, this is your Minecraft server. Say for instance, if I just wanted this to be test MCDzienny server. This will just be this name will be displayed on Minecraft.net, which you can go to here, Minecraft.net. And if you guys don't know where to find Minecraft.net, it is on Minecraft. Well, to actually get to Minecraft Classic, sorry, came out wrong. You go to Minecraft.net, and then you'll need to make an account if you haven't already. You go register and all that kind of stuff. But basically, once you've logged in, you go to down here looking for Minecraft Classic. They've updated their site a lot and all that, so yeah. And I want to play the old Minecraft Classic single player multiplayer. You would want to go multiplayer, of course, and you would search in here. So, like for instance, if it was available, it would be a test, and I would find it. You can just type like kind of like a part of it, and it will find it. And MCD, as it kind of says here, when you put your cursor information, the MCD of the server, use plus hex to allow any WOM hack. By the way, if you don't know what WOM actually is, WOM is a client basically for Minecraft Classic, and it's basically for server owners and staff on them. And plus hacks mean that anyone can use WOM. The WOM client hacks, and minus hacks means that hacks are disabled, and plus op hacks here means that only ops can use hacks on the server. So that's why it says plus op hacks and minus hacks. Also, if you just leave your cursor on there again, it will say minus hacks to disallow any hacks at all and use minus fly. Basically, whatever command there is, say for instance, if I wanted to do /fly, or just like fly in WOM client, it will not allow that. But if you wanted people to use speed, you would do plus speed, like this for instance, and everyone will be able to use speed. But if you go say for instance minus speed, and by the way, if you don't know, minus hacks basically just means minus hacks means all the hacks that are involved in the WOM client. So imagine if you didn't have the minus hacks, minus speed, but the ops can do speed, and stuff like that. But if you wanted to allow it, you would do the plus instead of the minus sign. I'll just leave it as the default. And you can basically just use here like welcome to test MCDzienny server. Come and join the fun. This is a description, so like if you're in the WOM client, this will come up like next to it kind of thing. So say for instance, if you want to come and join our server, the port, just leave it as default. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have any port forwarded on that. But if you already know how to port forward, then you can, once we get up to that part, then you can just skip that part, of course. Max players. That's how many max players are on the server. I usually do 32 because I reckon that's a decent amount. Default host state. Say for instance, if I was here and I said like hello, it would come up saying for players alive, and but I like to have that as a console or server. I just like to usually have it as a server usually. Default rank is guest. Default color, I like to have that as a gray. But you can, it's totally up to you what you do with your server. It is really all up to you. Reset server time. I basically just label these. It's pretty good how it is at the moment. You missed 2. Player's position refreshing rate, player position showing delay. I don't really mess around with this if you don't know what it is. I just usually leave it as default since I don't really know what it is. Reappearing message. I don't really know much about that. But in VIP list, if you type my name, for instance, because my Minecraft name is Nade, if I type that in and the server was full, I'll be able to join it anyway. So it's kind of good for server errors and things. And I accidentally clicked discard, so sorry about that. And then we'll go welcome to test MCDzienny server, and I will also be doing the port forwarding this as well, if you were wondering. It's coming to join a server, label as is. I usually do that, and I usually do server. And I always usually do grey for that as well. And operator is operator, chat rank is operator. There's ranks involved in this as well, and you can also check the max maps and all that coming on and all that. And yeah, so where were we up to? MISC 3, I think it was. Yeah. This basically is where all the settings are, just for like kind of everything really. Not for lava or anything like that. Minimum permission for review defines the minimum permission level that allows to review other players. So basically slash review, and you can like see all the like specs of the player and all that, as I like to say. Home depth map. Say if you did slash home, it will create a new map for you, and it will just be regular that. Basically you can explore more on these. I don't usually change anything else in this, to be honest. I basically leave it as is unless you want to change. Say slash home basically just creates a new map and of the player name. So pretty much home map depth, it changes to like 124 and 124. This is basically all for free build servers, or lava survival and free build servers. I just usually don't bother doing anything in that sense. This isn't based on a free build making setting up server kind of thing. But for ranks here, so this is the ranks tab. You can create as many as you want. I'm sorry, you could create hundreds probably or 100, and you can change these to like anything, whatever you want. And you must change the permissions for these to something else, or else it will not save anything that's here for you. You can honestly change all of these to your liking. Limits, I'll just explain here. So the name, that's what it'll be showing that if you did slash. There's also commands in here as well, which I'll get to in the next tab right there, as you can probably see. The name basically displays, that's basically what gets displayed in game. So superop, that's basically, I just want to leave that as is. Permission, that's basically what they can basically what commands they can actually do. And this is basically where commands come in really. So like what it says here for say for instance ban, if you want to ban someone, lowest rank needed, and permissions is a very important thing. And it even tells you here the following ranks are available. Superop is 100, operators 80, so operators will be able to do that if you just left it as is. And then for limit, that's how many blocks they're allowed to do with the command cuboid or /z. That's they can do /z and then they or /cuboid. /z is basically a short for cuboid. Cuboid will be here in a sec. Cuboid right there. And that's for 30, so that's for builders and stuff to do that. You can do whatever. You can make your own ranks, like stuff for your lava survival server, things like that. So if you wanted so basically for cuboid, if you did like /cuboid or /z, and you tried to cover say 500 blocks, and you were a builder, you wouldn't. It would say you need more, like, you're not allowed to place that certain amount of blocks at a time, because the limit for builder is 400. And the color, that's basically what if you get ranked that's the color of your name, unless you change it, like in game. Builders, this is basically what the file name will be called. Say, I just like to keep it like what it is. So, file name, I'll just keep that as H if I wanted that to be, or say for instance if I wanted this to be owner. And yeah, if I wanted this to be owner, then I'll do this as like owners kind of thing, or just owner, anything like that. And you may also be wondering as well, this is very good for love survival things as well, you must be wondering what is promotion price. So what promotion price is that there's a command called /store. And this is for love survival servers and really any others really that are in MCDzienny. And store, and anyone can do this unless you change it. I like to change it for members or just builders or anything like that to be able to use it. But yeah, that's my thing. But also in that promotion price, if you do /buy promotion, but also /store, it also shows what you can buy, and also /store space more, it shows you what extras that you can buy. Promotion price on the second page /store space more, you'll say like /buy promotion, and you will get the rank. Say for instance, if you're a guest, you would get builder, and it costs 330 coins or gold or anything like that. We'll check that out in a sec though. With commands, like I basically kind of covered that here. With basically what they are, and it just says what they are, and the lowest rank needed is permissions and everything like that. Spam prevention. I like using this a lot. Commands cooldown. Commands, you're only allowed to use 4 commands per 8 seconds. Too many commands. Warning, warning, slow down. You are using way too many commands per second. That's basically it for that. Going to blocks. This is basically kind of like commands, but in blocks basically. So if I was a guest or a builder and I wanted to use active hot lava, say for this, and it would say I'll do /active underscore hot underscore lava, or /mode underscore blah blah blah. But anyway, also as well with this command mode, this basically allows you to do all of these. But if you don't want people to use mode at all, like I mean at all, then you just make this like basically for super ops or operators or anything like that. But for blocks, if you want them to be able to use it, but not being able to use certain commands like active water and active hot lava and active cold water and things like that, then you would set permissions for these so that will not be able to use it. That's it for that. Also as well, if you click on it and you don't really know what they are, or don't have much knowledge on what it is, it would do health information. It'll say health information for active hot lava. Block active hot lava appears as active lava rank appears as active lava. NB is like a color or anything like that. Rank needed is advanced builder. So that's enough of that. IRC, I like to keep this as is. You don't really need it unless you are familiar with it. Chat filter. There's basically yeah, you can remove bad words. Say if people said the F word or C word or B word or anything like that. It would be censored, but you can go edit bad words and edit all of these. I personally would edit this and edit out the words like hate, hell, and things like that, because and bloody and things like that if you're a bit of an older person, because it would say I'm removed insert. The thing is though is that it will just, if you say like what the like say for instance if you said what the hell is wrong with you, you griefed my house or anything like that, it would pretty much just say it will just get rid of the entire text and just in brackets removed. You can also caps prevention. Say if someone like yelled, it kind of proves of rage. I like to have that on, so I don't like people using caps because it is a form of spamming and raging. Not so much spamming, but just it just proves rage and it's annoying, as I say. shorten repetitions, character spam filter. I like to have that on. I'm sure everyone else would. Say if you like if you had like a auto like type or something and you said spam spam spam, you would probably be only allowed to say it like 3 times or 2 times, like 3 to 5 or something times in a row. And I can go show advanced settings and better words filter. I can edit all these. Max caps, only letters that say if you wanted to say something like here. Say it just for example, if you want to say the word here, HERE, that's 4 letters. And that's basically any characters above that amount, it will be put into not it won't be caps. And it's, as I said, max characters 3, max illegal groups 1, and the substitution of it will be spam. You can also do the same for this. It will be removed. And the warning is don't spam. Only you can see that. Message spam prevention. And this basically just says for the commands, don't use no. Also for this as well. Don't flood the chat with messages. Consider writing longer messages instead of many short. So that's basically a spam filter in itself. Well, message spam prevention basically. So we basically covered everything in this, but now I want to cover the lava section. So in settings 1, as you can see up here, time before, this is basically the time before the lava starts. I like to have this at usually 8 minutes, and the time after 8 minutes as well. This is basically lava starts. You get 8 minutes to build your house, mansion, whatever you really want to do, and yeah, that's phase 1. That's basically you would have seen that in like the the map section of it kind of thing. That's time before. So if you get into the game and it's a new map and you got 8 minutes left, and as it says on the side here, 7 minutes left to the lava flood, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, and stuff like that. It kind of informs you like every minute. I don't think you'll be able to change when it's set as well. But I like to have it at 8 minutes, and once the lava starts, you have 8 minutes to survive. That's a decent amount for me. I like to, and then you update the time settings, and then it will update it. Time settings were updated successfully, just says it right there. And then for heaven map, heaven for ghosts. I personally don't like this. I don't like using this at all. But it's all up to you. The heaven map name will be a heaven, and it will be created automatically if you don't have one already, and you can customize it all you want. Anyway, that's enough for that. Settings 2. This is up there in this tab. Anti-grief based on player level. Say if someone protected it, I think it'll say you're not allowed to break a block higher than you are, something like that. Actually, no, that's not true. It's something else. You can explore on that. It's just basically anti-griefing, and it's based on the player level. You can read here as well. Describes the type of anti-grief system that the server uses. Valid values are based on name and based on player level. 2 options right there. Auto name coloring, true or false, false or true. Indicates if name color changes according to player level. I like to have that as true because yeah, I like to have whatever color you set to them so that people actually don't get confused, etc. Hellish ghosts, not ghosts. Personally don't like this. It's just kind of weird. It's not really needed, but yeah, you can have it if you want. Indicates whether dead players are headless. Say if you if you run out of lives, and you start with 3, it will basically, if you run out of lives and you have 3 and you haven't bought any lives since, you'll have no head. Basically, your head will just be flipped into your body, basically, and you look like a weirdo. But anyway, lava map player limit defines the maximum amount of players that can stay on lava map at the same time. Value 0 means that there is no limit. Basically, I would just leave that at 0 unless you don't have a very good computer. I guess you would want to have I would recommend like having the amount on that. How many players can get onto your server? But honestly, 0 and 30 and the max amount of players on your server are basically do exactly the same thing, since really no one else can go on it apart from the VIPs, but I just usually leave it as 0. Lava state disturbed. I like to have wait, no, I don't like to have it on anything really. But lava state disturbed, that's what it starts on. Lava word chat. It's if you're in another word, you can chat like from other words. I like having that true sometimes. Sometimes. Random lava state true, set the false, whatever. Show map rating indicates that the map rating should be displayed when the map is loaded. It will say like 4 people like this and 2 people dislike this. Anything like that. Spawn on death true. I like to have that as false because it's just kind of annoying if you're in a house and you could prevent the lava from coming into your house. And yeah. Voting system true. I like to have that as true. Like you can vote for which lava map's next. Allow cuboid on lava maps. I like to have that as true. That's a useful thing. Allow gold rocks on lava maps. Determines whether players are allowed to place a gold rock on lava maps. I don't really understand this, to be honest, but I think that's /gold or /gold rock or something like that. Alright, that's actually a new thing that that in MCDzienny 9 whatever version it came in. Because I haven't really explored that and I'm not intending to really, since it's not really important by the looks of it. Allow in-game variables indicates whether variables such as $name, $money, etc. can be used in game. True, I would use it as true. So I'll read that again. Indicates whether variables such as your name, money, etc. can be used in game. Yes, I will keep that as yes. Amount of money in treasure. Say if you did the /treasure command, which is also in commands here. It's somewhere. Treasure, unless it's in blocks. Most likely in blocks. Yep, it's in blocks. So treasure. Treasure there. And that's lowest rank need is 100, so that's basically super up. Anyway, I'll go back to here, and that's basically how much you get. You can change it to whatever you might want, but I usually just leave it as default. Order server lock indicates if server is locked for 45 seconds when buffer overload error happens. When the lock is active, no one can enter the server. It may help in stabilizing the internet connection and system resources used, so that overall less players get kicked. That's good to have to false sometimes, I guess, but I just usually use it as default since I don't have the problem with players getting randomly kicked with slow connection and all that. Connection speed test indicates whether the speed connection test for each player on login is performed. If the result indicates high latency, the player is kicked. I usually have it as false since I don't really want any player to be kicked. More players the better, I say. Disallow building near lava spawn. I leave that as default since I don't like people building near it. It's just because you don't really want the lava block to be broken or anything like that. Determine the where the players are allowed to build near a lava spawn. Leave it as true. And by the way, if you don't really know what that is, it kind of does. It's self-explanatory, but people usually activate it because well, it's usually on true by default, but people usually leave it on true because I can stuff up your lava survival on that map for that round. Since if the lava starts and they see the lava just coming out from that one block, they can just put like a stone block or anything like that over it, and the easy lava queens or whatever you want to call them, gold. On my server I call them lava queens. Determines whether players are allowed to place sponges near a lava spawn. True. Yes, but it will not break the lava block, like when it's coming out and all that. High death message amount sets the minimum amount of players that leads to height of death message. If set to 0, the death message are never showed. If people die, especially the minimum amount, but I just usually leave it at default. It doesn't really do anything if you change it, I guess, kind of, maybe. But it's good just to leave it at default if you have no idea what it is. Determines the delay between each lava move. Determines the delay between each lava move. The default value is 4. That's kind of slow, but it's actually decent, fast thing, whatever. But I like to leave that at default. But if you want it to be faster, you can do that if you like. Lives at start, you start at 3. That's a decent amount. I'll leave that as default if I were you. It defines the amount of lives that every player starts with at the beginning of each round. Overlay protection indicates if low lag mode is turned on when the lava flood starts. It turns off automatically after a certain amount of time. Prevents score abuse indicates whether the anti-score abuse system is active. I would leave these two at default, in my opinion. Unless you have low lag on, of course. Indicates if low lag mode is turned on when the lava flood starts. It turns off automatically after a certain amount of time. Alrighty then. Prevent score abuse indicates whether the anti-score abuse system is active. True, leave that as default. Required distance from spawn. Defines the minimum distance from the spawn measured in block that will allow the player to win a round. At least 5 blocks, that's decent enough, because you don't want people to just getting like easy lava points really, but lava, whatever it is really, gold, queens, what do you want to call it, you can change it. It's around soon. We'll get up to that soon. Reward above sea level. If you're above sea level, you'll get 30 lava coins. You can change as much as you want. Reward below sea level, 25. Because yeah, it's easier below sea level than above. Score mode based on air. You can change it to whatever. It's either based on air, fixed, or no score. Do whatever you want with that. I'll just leave that as default. Score reward fixed defines a score that is given to each winner in the fixed score mode. If you get 500, that's basically what this means. Is 500 points in once you get 500 points, you level up. Yes, there are levels in this. You can deactivate that just by going score mode is no score. Show distance offset message indicates if distance offset message is displayed. Show map author. I like to have as a true because it's kind of good to respect the rifle map authors of that map if you have downloaded a map or something like that. Upper level of Bopple Antigrave. I usually leave that as if since I have no idea what it is. I'm sure most people wouldn't. Disallow hacks use on lava map. I usually use that to false because if you use that to true and ops use that, they'll get kicked and it's kind of annoying. Hacks use on lava maps. Hacks use on lava map permissions or permission. You need to be an operator, so like I said above, 80 is operator, 100 is super op, and all that. See what I mean by permissions is used for basically nearly everything, to make it more fun for players at least. This last spleefing, I usually use a false because it doesn't really matter unless you're real strict on that. Ops bypass split prevention, I usually use that as default. Them two, I would just use a default it, unless you really want to do that. Basically what this is, require registration for promotion. If you've been on a server, Delta Gamers, Kanane Monaro, or just Kanane, McKinane, his software, he made that software specifically for his Lava Survival server. Well, he was coming out of Delta Games, but anyway. It defines whether a player has to be registered on the forum before he can get a promotion. Don't turn it on if you don't know how it works. I still do not know how it works, but if you know how it works and explain it to me, I shall make a tutorial on it, since it'll be a lovely little feature to this and stuff. So basically that's it for Lava Survival. Zombie, we'll probably explain that in another thing, but once you've done your things, go apply, I usually do it a couple of times and then save, unless it already comes up here. But it's like I said before, like if you have 2 ranks that have the same permissions, then it will not save any of your ranks. So that's why I cannot have 2 ranks set at permission level 5. So that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. Oh wait, what's still need to do? Actually, I'll do a port forwarding in another video. Same with lava map and getting the WOM client. So I have a few videos ahead of me. But if you need any other videos, if you want any other videos posted, on like how to do something on Minecraft or Minecraft Classic, RuneScape, or anything like that, and anything like that. So like this video, it would help a lot. Comment, leave feedback on my videos. Sorry about that. Also subscribe. I would love any subscriber. You get informed on new tutorials and things like this. I also create Minecraft plugin reviews and showcases and stuff like that, or just really showcases. But yeah, also RuneScape 2007 videos. At the moment, I'm not going to be uploading them for a little while since my membership ran out on that. Just want to inform you on that. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. This is Ryan from Denton Gaming, signing out.